The food we eat shapes our health, energy, and well-being. But in America, our food system is facing some serious problems. Take something as simple as tomatoes. Finding a real, flavorful tomato is a challenge. What we usually get are highly engineered versions designed for long shelf life, not taste or nutrition. And it doesn't stop there. Did you know the way we cook and store food can drastically change how our bodies react to it? For example, rice and potatoes. Cook them fresh, and your blood sugar spikes. But if you refrigerate them overnight and eat them the next day, the glycemic load drops dramatically. The same goes for pasta. If you cook it al dente, it's much easier on your blood sugar than if you overcook it. These small hacks can help, but the larger issue is the food supply itself. In the US, processed foods are loaded with additives, enriched flours, and hidden sugars. Compare this to Europe, where heirloom grains and more natural ingredients are common. Even something as indulgent as pizza or pasta feels lighter and healthier overseas. The regulations also tell a story. For instance, certain dyes and additives that are banned in Canada and Europe are still widely used in the US, even though they're linked to health risks. And it's not just about what's in the food, it's about what's missing. Nutritional density is often sacrificed for convenience, profit, and shelf stability. For families living in food deserts, the situation is even more dire. These are areas with limited access to fresh, healthy foods. Instead, fast food and processed snacks dominate. The result? Higher rates of metabolic diseases like obesity and diabetes, especially in low-income communities. And let's talk about sugar. It's everywhere, in sodas, breads, even sauces. Cutting it out of your diet is nearly impossible because it's been engineered to be addictive. Think about it. Some of the same scientists who made cigarettes more addictive transitioned to food companies during major corporate mergers in the 1980s. The result? Foods designed to keep you coming back for more. The economic impact is staggering. A significant portion of food stamps in the US goes towards sugary drinks and processed snacks. But what if we used that budget differently? Imagine if food stamps prioritized fresh produce, whole grains, and minimally processed options. There's a glaring disconnect here. On one hand, the government is negotiating lower prices for medications like insulin, which treat the effects of poor diets. On the other hand, we're doing little to address the root causes, what we're eating in the first place. Fixing this system isn't easy, but solutions exist. Leveraging existing delivery infrastructure, like ghost kitchens, could bring fresh, prepared meals to underserved areas. Education around cooking and nutrition could empower families to make healthier choices. Ultimately, it's about balance, making sure that what's on our plates fuels us, not harms us. The changes might seem small, but when multiplied across millions of households, they could redefine what it means to eat well in America. America's food supply faces serious challenges, but understanding the problem is the first step towards solving it. Let's explore the issues and look at potential solutions that could improve the way we eat and live. The processed food industry has significantly shaped how and what we eat. Over time, scientists have developed foods to be more addictive by adding high levels of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. These additives keep us coming back for more, but they've also contributed to rising rates of obesity, diabetes, and other chronic diseases. One of the biggest challenges is sugar. It's not just in obvious treats like candies or sodas, it's also hidden in everyday foods like bread, sauces, and snacks. Cutting sugar from your diet can feel nearly impossible because it's everywhere. For many, it's not just a craving, it's a dependency. Another issue is accessibility. In many areas, fresh and healthy foods are either unavailable or unaffordable. These food deserts leave people with limited options, often forcing them to rely on fast food or highly processed snacks. This lack of access disproportionately affects low-income communities, where diet-related health issues are most prevalent. The cost of eating healthy is another hurdle. While processed foods are often cheap and convenient, fresh produce and whole foods come with a higher price tag. This makes it harder for many families to prioritize nutritious meals. So, what can be done? Several solutions could address these problems. Education. Teaching people how to cook and prepare healthier meals can empower them to make better choices. Simple changes, like cooking pasta al dente or refrigerating cooked rice overnight, can lower the glycemic impact on your body. Regulation. Limiting harmful additives and enforcing stricter labeling laws can make it easier for consumers to identify healthier options. Food assistance programs. Redesigning programs like food stamps to prioritize fruits, vegetables, and whole grains instead of processed foods could encourage healthier eating habits. Delivery innovations, using centralized delivery systems, like ghost kitchens, could bring affordable, pre-prepared healthy meals to underserved communities. Ultimately, fixing America's food supply is about balancing convenience, affordability, and nutrition. While the challenges may seem overwhelming, small, consistent changes in policy, industry practices, and consumer habits can lead to a healthier and more sustainable future for everyone. Let's work together to make healthier eating a reality, one step at a time.